Hello, my name is Bianca and today I will be discussing lupus. There are four different types, but 1.5 million Americans suffer from the same disease, all categorized under lupus. When people think of lupus, they usually think of an autoimmune disease which attacks its own body, which is true. But what most people do not know is there are four different types of lupus. What got me into this topic is a family member was recently admitted into the hospital, and after some research and tests, doctors discovered that she had an infection in her blood, which was due to her kidneys not working properly. Her kidneys were not working properly due to her lupus. So I did some research and came across these four different types of lupus. The first type I will be talking to you about today is systemic lupus erythematosus. I will be referring to this as SLE in this speech. The second type is cutaneous lupus erythematosus. Third, drug-induced lupus erythematosus. And finally, neonatal lupus. SLE is the first type I will be speaking on. It is the most common type. When people talk or hear about lupus, this is usually what kind of lupus they are referring to. This usually causes inflammation of the nervous system, of the brain, which causes memory loss, confusion, and strokes. Also, inflammation of the kidneys. The kidneys are the major organ in your body which filters the waste from your blood. So if you have problems with your kidneys due to lupus, you will have to probably get dialysis or even a kidney transplant. The second type of lupus I will be discussing today is cutaneous lupus erythematosus. And this has to do with discoloration of the skin. You'll form rash, sores, and patches on your skin with this type. Usually it affects the cheeks, the nose, the face, and other areas in which the sun usually hits, like your shoulders, your hands, your toes, your feet, etc. People with this rash on their face, on their cheek, and their nose usually refer to as a kind of butterfly pattern, and it can affect any part of your body that hits the sun. The third type of lupus is drug-induced lupus. Now, people may think that if you take the following drugs, you are sure to get this, and that is not true. Some people do, some people do not. Also, it is something that happens over time, so it'll take months and years continuously using these drugs in order to develop this disease. The drugs that usually are linked to this are hydralazine, procainamide, zonizid, etc. Now, this type is very, very common to SLE, the first type that I mentioned earlier, because of its symptoms. The major difference is in drug-induced lupus, no major organs are affected or rarely are affected. Rather, in SLE, you have the kidneys, the brain, the nervous system all being affected. The final category of lupus I will be talking to you about today is neonatal lupus, which some people say is not real lupus. It is a condition because it has to do with the antibodies, but it is a category of lupus, and this affects the fetus and pregnant women. This is usually detected between 18 and 24 weeks and usually goes away after the baby is born and turns 6 months. All symptoms usually go away and the baby is fine. This includes rash, liver problems, low blood counts, and in extreme cases, congestive heart failure. So with the four different types of lupus, all of these people suffer from one thing named lupus. But now you know there are different categories, and with everything going on today in this world with disease, it is very important to stay educated and well aware of diseases and the subcategory of these diseases. Thank you.